My name is Gunnar Bergfeldt. I am part of the Fondation International team and also responsible for Fondation Guillaume in Sweden. Today I would like to give you some inspiration about a color technique that both gives you a contrast feeling, if that is what you wish for, and you also can use this color technique to get a smoother feeling, a more natural feeling of shimmer through the hair. So when we look on the color technique, you can either have this more contrast feeling, as we can see on this side. It gives a very blocked feeling. And now I have worked with a straightener to do it very clear for you to see. And on the other side, I had worked with the same technique, but here I can have used much in a smoother version. So the main thing with this technique is that you're working with blocks. So if we take a look on the mannequin's head, we start on the back section. So if we look on the back, we divide the head in two sections. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4 sections. So 1, 2 in the front and 2 in the back. And you start in the back sections, and here you start with horizontal partings. So horizontal partings all through the section. And in each partings, here you have the hair coming down, you go for one blocked parting, and then you go for the next dark. In this version, I had worked with level number 3, natural, and level number 9, gold. So here on the dark parts, I have level number 3. And as you see here, I continue all the way to get a very blocked feeling. And that is the technique I have used on this side in the front. And then you continue the next partings. And when the next partings are coming over, if you started with parting number 1 for a dark at the left side, now you start on the left side with the lighter version. And then on the other, you go for the darker one. So now the next one I will show you in the red colors, because then you can see. So here with the dark and then the dark. So it will be blocked over together to create a very smooth feeling. And then you continue all the way through the partings. If I show you on strands here, it will be more clear for you to see. So every second is dark, 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 dark. Light, 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 light. And every second then you go for, if you have dark here, you go dark on this place. So you get this brick-laid feeling all through the strands. In this session, I will show you how this technique will be shown when you will have a more texturized feeling in this technique, so you understand the difference in the technique. I will start to show you some curly feeling at the more blocked version. So now I will go for divide it into 2 sections. And here it's very clear that now you can see the strong feeling of the technique. And now I go for have a more curly feeling. I place my curl iron quite near the base, but I take more attention to the middle part of the base because I would have a smoother feeling, more like a curly, beachy wave feeling. And you can see I lose my ends. This client would like to have a little bit more younger feeling, not so fixed feeling. And then here I go from the face, and I leave the end now, and I just smooth the ends a little bit. And then I take the last partings in the section. And you see I can take my partings here and have a quite high projection angle. And why do I do that? That is because when I place my curl iron here, give more control, more texturized feeling in the middle, When this then go down in natural fall, this will give a much smoother feeling. If I take the same parting and don't lift it up and place my iron in a lower projection angle, there will be much more harder placement, so it will be not so smooth. And that is also something, because in next session we will continue talking about how we're adding this color technique on the hair, and then we will work a lot with high projection angles. So when I then go through this section and smooth it up a little bit, now you can see more this smooth feeling, but it's of course strong contrast. But it's really nice when you work with a little more emotions, more like a texturized feeling in this color technique. And then if we do on this side, this client was asking for a much more like a natural smooth feeling in the highlights. This client, she asked for, she don't want to have so much, striped feeling. So therefore I choosing this color technique because it gives much more like a shimmer technique. So now I give her some texturizing in her hair. I also take the most control on the middle part, and here I chose away from the face. When you work with styling techniques, it's good if you work so clear as possible. So the strand that I'm not working for just now, I really take it away, so it's clear lines between the partings that I'm working with and to the next parting. I have a high projection angle, that means that I lift up the strand, and then I add texturings to the middle part. And I just get a loose feeling in the ends. And then I go to the last one. The good thing with this color technique is it's so easy to place the right feeling on the right place in the hair, because when in the next seminar we will continue with adding the color technique, you will see that, for example, and in this parting, I have placed a little bit more around the face and not so much on the top, just to give a more highlighted feeling around the face and more natural around the face. And here you can see now, you give a very smooth feelings in the coloring. The same technique on both sides, but in two totally final results. So my friends, next session we will add this technique on this parting, so you will see exactly how you can work with this on your client back home. So what you have learned today is working with contrast coloring, doing with really block hard partings on each strand, and you will get both smooth feeling and more contrast feeling. Thank you so much today. See you soon again. Bye.